Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Fanteba April. If today is your first time seeing this pretty face, I'm a YouTuber based in Tema, Ghana. I'm a makeup artist, a hairstylist, a YouTuber, a content creator. Yeah, that's it. So if today is your first time seeing this pretty face, please, you are welcome. I do hope you kindly stay. So today's makeup is a makeup I did for my photo shoot. I took the pictures myself, edited it myself. Whoa. Yes, I did it myself. Why not? So today's video is still a story time, but this story is a book I wrote some years back which I never got the chance to publish. So today I just feel like, why not, let me just share it with you guys here. It's going to be in chapters, episode, is it episodes? No, chapters, how do you call it, too much, chapters, parts, like part 1, part 2, chapter 1, part 1, chapter 1, part 2, chapter 1, part 3. Yeah, so that's how it's going to be like. And the title is Life in High School. Let me just give you a gist about the whole thing. Okay, so is this girl, she's an American, a black American based in the US, Chicago. And her parents, her mom is a gynecologist, the dad is a lawyer who owns his own firm. So while scrolling through the internet one day, she found an advert of this school on the internet, and she clicked on it, and the school was in Ghana. So she decided to come to school in Ghana. At first, her mother wasn't in agreement, but her dad, yeah. So at long last, the mom did, and they brought her to Ghana. And she came to school in Ghana. Let me give you a gist of her name, just a tip of her name. She is Lady Leah Landon. That's her name. So that's the story of this stories today. Not for today, like this story so far. I just hope you would love it because I think it's 8 chapters or 10 chapters or so. I'm not so sure unless it's 11 chapters. Yes, 11 chapters. So I'm going to take you through it as time goes on. So let's just get into it. So life in high school in Ghana hasn't been easy at all with all the hustle and bustle. I lived almost all my life in Chicago and in Columbus, Ohio. One day scrolling through the internet, I saw an advert of a school. I just thought to myself how wonderful this school would be. I really wanted to visit Ghana actually. Not long after, my best friend Jenny Brownlee told me about it. So during the last summer holiday, she did go to Ghana for her holidays with her parents. So I clicked on the link of the school and read about it. Then I fell in love with the school. I knew deep down I wanted to go to the school. I emailed my dad the link and I rushed down to his office, which was down the street. Upon reaching there, I was told he had left for a meeting, but I waited for him to come back. He was really happy to see me when he came back. I couldn't hold back my anxiety and told him about the school. At that moment, he wasn't so happy. He looked at me like the world had come to an end. But at the end of the day, he loved it and he gave me a hug. We drove home in silence, but I felt my dad's gaze on me every second. I knew immediately he was thinking about something, and I knew he was so proud of me. I led my dad to the house hoping to see my mom, but unfortunately she wasn't there. She wasn't back from the hospital where she worked as a gynecologist. Monique Landon, a very beautiful, busy woman in her mid-40s, is my mom. Even with her busy schedule, she tries as much as possible to spend the least time she gets with her family. Mom got home hours later when dinner was being served by Betty and Lois, the housekeepers. She went to freshen up and joined us for dinner. Dad broke the news to her, which she wasn't happy and refused to talk about it. Days later, my mom called me to her room and asked about the school. When she found out the school was under the British Council and was owned by a British woman, she later agreed to let me go. She sent an email to the school applying for admission. A week later, she received an admission letter. I was so happy that in less than 2 weeks, I was going to be in a foreign land, Ghana. I made preparations for my new life ahead of me and informed all my friends about it. Some were happy and others were sad. Others too were grateful because the intelligent one was leaving for Africa. Elizabeth, my neighbor, tried talking me out of going to Ghana. She said Africa was a horrible place with lots of poor facilities and a lot of war. She tried as much as possible to convince me, but I stood my ground and said no anytime she talked about it. Jenny, my best friend, wished she also had parents who would let her experience life alone without them. She was happy but sad. I told her I would be home every vacation since I had no relative there to spend my vacations with. On the day for my departure, I went to the house of the Brownlees to see Jenny, to hand over my puppy to her to cater for her whilst I was away. I knew she was the best person to take care of it, even though my parents were around. I had to leave immediately because we couldn't control our tears. I left with my parents on a sunny Friday afternoon to the airport. We boarded the African Airline first class with transit to Washington, D.C. before arriving in Ghana. We lodged at a 5-star hotel, Hotel de Pissac, which is also located at the eastern view of Angeles Hill. Early Monday morning, we visited the school and I couldn't believe my eyes. Immediately, Dad paid off all the bills, took my uniform and some handouts. My mom requested on seeing the proprietress, Mrs. Melissa Knowles, ushered us into her office and was happy I chose a school. She spoke with my parents at length and promised to take care of me. She personally chose a dormitory for me that was Denise House Dorm 2. I was very excited when I learned I was sharing the same dorm with her daughter, Caroline Knowles. She also arrived from Britain not long ago. We took leave of her and went back to the hotel. I was to report to school on Wednesday, so we used those few days to roam the city. I went to school on Wednesday and that same evening my parents went back to the States. I was sad my parents were leaving me, but all the same, I made this decision on my own. It's a journey and I had to complete it. I was met by Mercedes Echampon at the entrance of Denise House Dorm 2. She helped me with my luggage and taught me how to arrange my uniforms and sneakers in a locker that was close to my bed. Every girl in the dorm had one to themselves. Whilst we were unpacking, I used that opportunity to introduce myself. Hi, I am Lady Leah London, but my friends back home call me 3L, and I love it that way. Wow, that's a nice name. I guess you are not a Ghanaian, judging from your accent, said Mercedes. Yes, you are right. I'm from Chicago. I'm 15 years of age. My mom is a gynecologist and my dad is a lawyer who owns his own firm called the London Will. My best friend is Jenny Brownlee. I have a puppy called Kiki and my favorite color is pink and black. Why would you choose Ghana? Mercedes asked. You know, all my life I've wished to move from the States to another country to study. Lo and behold, Ghana came into the limelight. I have been doing all the talking. Why don't you tell me about yourself too? Mercedes smiled and gave a very big sigh and continued. I'm Mercedes Echampon, a first-year student studying biological science. My mom is a banker and my dad is a businessman who travels all over the world. I'm the last of 3 children and aspiring to become a pediatrician. I want to be a pedi myself, said 3L. Oh wow, which means you are going to be in the same class with me, said Mercedes. Yes, replied 3L. They both hugged each other and continued with their work. Mercedes also taught her how to lay her bed. After we were done, we sat on my bed and continued to chit-chat. Mercedes talked about orientation day, which I missed, and we talked about anything that could come to mind. I asked her about Caroline Knowles and she told me she had gone out for a stroll and that she'll be back any moment from now. Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed today's story time. Please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, share with your family and friends. This year we are hitting 1K. Yes, 1K. Don't forget to like this video. Let's get interactive in the comment section below, okay? So chapter 1 part 2 will come up in our next story time. Please, we are hitting 1K this year. 1K this year. So please don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends about Fanteba April. I love you and there's nothing you can do about it, but God loves you more. Stay blessed. Mwah.